Hey guys, it's about 12:30 in the morning. It's been raining for about 20 minutes. So far so good. I'm not going to call it yet, but this first one, nothing. These two, nothing. This one never fully stopped. It's not speeding up so far. It's still real slow. That one over there is real slow, maybe, I don't know, 3 drips an hour. I've been keeping an eye on it. I got a fresh towel down. It's only let one drop go since it started raining. Usually by this time I was seeing something. So, I don't know. I'm hesitant to say, but so far, so good. We'll see in about another half hour. It's supposed to rain pretty much all night and tomorrow. We're catching the tail end of that real big cold snap that's freezing everybody up north. We're going down into the 50s tomorrow. That's cold for us. I'll have the furnace on tonight again. I'll keep an eye on it. So Friday, I am entering a chili cook-off competition. But this is going to be a little difficult because it is not a professional competition. I'm not saying I would do well at a professional competition. Never entered one. Don't really think I would have any chance. No interest in really doing a professional one. I've been to chili cook-offs and stuff, and I've had the stuff those guys cook. Oh my God, I don't have anything close in my repertoire to some of the delicious chilies that I've tasted from those people. But this one is just at my wife's school, and the judges are just some of her fellow teachers. So it's difficult because I have no idea what to cook. I mean, it's a crapshoot. At least if it was a professional competition, I could count on the fact that I know what the judges are looking for. I don't even know what kind of chili to make. A lot of people probably expect bean chili, and that's not a traditional Texan chili. I could do a classic red chili. It's just meat and sauce, and that's what you find at competitions. I don't know if that would go over well. I could even mix it up and do a green chili, but if you're doing it professionally, you could at least have those brackets to compete in. And then you know that the judges at least are looking for a blend of sweet, salt, spice, texture, all that kind of stuff. I have no idea to make it super hot, a little bit hot, a lot hot, not hot, super sweet. I don't know. They're just normal, everyday people. So, and then I have to figure out, well, do I want to win, or do I just want to go for the reaction and put in some evil hot sauce? I can't film it because it is during school hours in the school, and there would be kids and stuff in the video, and it's, private government property, and there's lots of privacy laws like that, so I can't do an HLO video. I won't even be there. I'm just going to give it to my wife to take in a crock pot and tell her to plug it in. Competition starts at, I think, 10 o'clock. They have 3 lunch periods. And the way they're doing it is a third of the teachers go to each lunch period. And for those that want to be in the judging pool, I guess they have a pay schedule to do that. And the teachers can pay basically to buy a ticket, and you get a little sample of everybody's. I guess there's going to be about 15 people entering. And then they get one bowl of one they like. So it's got to just last, I think it's like 60 people total. And, just one of my big crockpot things is going to be fine. So I'm not doing a huge over-the-top production. I don't even know what the prize money is. They won't tell us. They just say, well, it depends on how many people enter. It's only a $3 entry fee, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm not going to go crazy because I'm going to spend, probably $40 at least just in materials, and I'm probably going to win 20 if I win. I don't expect to win, so I don't know, just for fun. I'm just interested to see and hear about the reactions. I might go with some Dave's Insanity and a little bit of the Black Widow. Maybe something that sneaks up on them. Oh man, I'm tempted to go just to watch, even though I can't film it, but that's like 3 hours out of my day. So anyway, that's Friday. So I'll be cooking some chili Thursday night, and then probably not totally finish it, so it can sit there plugged in for a few hours by the time the wife gets there, plugs it in, and it's ready to be judged. So that should be fun. I'll figure out what to do by then. We're looking real good so far. It's been raining about 45 minutes, and nothing new to report. Still the same, just real slow drip that's been there for days. Nothing's sped up yet, and it's a pretty steady rain out. It's not a big storm. But it's enough to have water running down the gutters. So it's certainly leaked before at this kind of rain. Now tomorrow we're supposed to have big storms, so that's really going to be the telltale. And I'm not going to email the roofer until then, but I'm really tempted to email him and say I think it's fixed, so I'm not going to jinx myself. So right now I'm starting a big cleanup, rearranging the room, getting stuff back into shape, and just moving some stuff out. I got some stuff to throw out. I'm going to sell some stuff that I just haven't used in a while. I've got this nice big roller cutter that I used to use for prints. I thought I'd use it for other stuff. When I sold the mat cutter, nah, I'm not going to use it. I'll get rid of it. Might get $50 for it. I think it was like 150 new. I'd be lucky to get 50. It's just not something most people need. So I just want the desk space. I decided I do want to keep the big desk, but I'm going to move it flush up against the wall. That'll get me another foot into the room there. So I'm just going to push it back, and that'll be good. And I'm moving all this stuff here. I'm dismantling this big PVC frame here. I use that as a light wall, but I'm using some of these parts for the stuff I'm working on now. And I haven't used this in ages. It was really good for simulating window light. I could put soft boxes or really any kind of light behind it, and it would simulate this big, 5x6 or so light source. So you just had this huge, huge softbox effect. But I haven't used it in forever. It's more for when I did portraits, and I don't do those here anymore. So I'm going to get that space back, and I got a bunch of my big prints all around the place here. They're kind of stuffed away where it's safe, where it wasn't dripping. And some of those were up on the wall in the living room, but I decided not to put those back up just because I'm kind of tired of looking at the same stuff. And I haven't done any photography vacations in quite a while, and that's where I got most of my artwork from. So I don't know, I'll figure out something out. That's why we went to IKEA the other day looking for some artwork, but I'll find something. I think I want to do something beachy. I saw some really fantastic stuff. Last time we were down in Key West, there's a gallery down there, and it's not the Peter Lick Gallery. It's, man, I can't even remember the name. If you Google art galleries in Key West, I'll do that by the end of this video, but when we were there, the stuff they had in there, it just would have been perfect. It was bright colors. It was oil paint, very thick, textured, big stuff. I mean, they wanted thousands, but the look of it was just beautiful. It was just typical Florida beach, but quality stuff, not like, watercolor doodad beach and palm tree and that kind of stuff. I mean, it was very beautifully done. So if I can find something like that, it's kind of like the stuff the wife found for the bathroom at Walmart, believe it or not. And those things were like $6. So I might see what they have, or head on over to Michael's or Hobby Lobby. They've got a pretty nice selection of stuff, very inexpensive too. Yeah, we'll see. Well, mail and UPS just came. Whole buttload of stuff. These are pretty big boxes. I am actually not sure what's in the UPS ones, because I don't remember ordering anything, and they're pretty light, so they don't feel like cigars. My kit from iFixit came with my new iPhone battery and tools, so that's really cool. I'm anxious to get a new battery in here, even though the iPhone 6 is supposed to be out in, I don't know, maybe 6 or 9 months, and I'm sure I'll upgrade if it's got a bigger screen. But this battery is just killing me because, I mean, it's like 25-30% gone right off the bat. I did a test and I was already out of capacity even at full charge. And doing these videos every day, it's extremely taxing on it. Well, those two medium-sized UPS boxes were cigars, just a couple of them, and I think I figured out why I get some of these in. I've noticed that every time a big box is used to ship just a couple little cigars, it's always from a UPS store, which is an independent chain that ships through UPS and some other channels. I think those must be the smallest boxes that they have, because I've never seen a nice small package like the small priority boxes that you can get through the mail service come from the UPS store. It's always been at least that size, even if it was just two cigars, which both of those were. I mean, they're 10 times bigger than they needed to be, but I don't think they have anything smaller than that. And the huge box was the wife's, so that explains why that didn't ring any bells. But I did get some really cool stuff in. Whole bunch of stuff for the troops. This is going to push it over 500 right there. We were at 424 or 454, one of the two, already. And then got in some more stuff for the lottery and some stuff for review. And I got my bags back from the last lottery winner. Thank you very much, Eric Roth. All right, well, I got coffee on. It's a little late in the day because I was up late last night working. And it rained, and it keeps me asleep if it's raining. I don't know. The roof is doing pretty darn good. I'm still not able to call it fixed or not because it's still dripping. But, I mean, this could be residual because it never stopped since the rain. And it's kind of been drizzling all morning. But it's really, really slow. I mean, it hasn't sped up at all. This is just couple drips a minute. This one over here, even slower. And that's it. Nothing on the other edges. And it didn't speed up. So we're supposed to have a bigger rain in. And like I said, that'll be the telltale. So kind of anxious for that to come in just to know. I actually slept pretty well last night. Usually it keeps me up if it's raining. And, I'm just anxious. I'm in here watching it. I'm just full of anxiety about it, but last night I felt pretty good. And yeah, so see what else happens today. If it lets up, I'll go out for at least a walk. It's still really wet out and I don't feel like getting my back all wet with a bike ride, but I'll do something. So I'll show you what's in the iFixit kit here for replacing an iPhone 5 series battery. I'm not going to detail the repair because it's already completely detailed on iFixit's website with great pictures and video. It's real easy. I've done it on the iPhone 4 already. It's pretty much the same thing on the 5, just a little bit disassembly difference. So we got invoice here, and I got it for $30 shipped. I had a $5 off coupon, and the shipping was $5, so that nullified that. Can't beat that. I mean, it's 20. What was it? It was like $15 just for the battery. If you had all the tools, you need a couple special drivers. This is a spudger for removing wire connectors inside. It's just a plastic bit, and you can pry things apart with it without damaging things. And then they give you a little suction cup here, which is used for removing the back of the phone to separate it from the case. And then you got your new battery. That's all there is to it. This one special driver here is their Apple Torx driver. That is halfway through the iPhone 4's life. They switched from Phillips head to these little special Apple screw heads. So you need a very specific driver to get the case open now. There's two little screws by the dock connector that these are used on. And then this is just a real tiny little Phillips to fit a couple screws inside. Well, I'm glad I didn't throw this out
I'm going to cover the return address here. But this letter just came. And the address was this, printed font, or what looks like a printed font. I still can't tell if it's actual handwriting, but it's a wedding contract. So they just booked their wedding and sent in their retainer. But the envelope, it's kind of hard to see. The envelope just looked like one of those advertising spam things to me, because they had bunch of color, and the printing looked very computer generated, and it was taped. It just looked like, at first glance, total spam. So I almost just completely tossed it, but I opened it. Oops. Okay, right now I've got to go and pick up a couple large prints and get those out, along with a couple packages, to the post office. I didn't get over there yesterday, so I had the order come in, so I wanted to wait till today and make one trip. Well, so much for going for a walk. Rain started back up again. It's going to be here a while. We got this huge front coming in. I got my prints. They look great. I had to go to Office Depot to get some more shipping containers because I was out of tubes. Got to get these wrapped up, dressed out, and over to the post office now. I'm feeling good about the roof. Still raining out. It's about 6 o'clock. Just kind of winded down, but still trickling out. Still hasn't sped up. In fact, it's been getting slower all day. Just slowly draining out. Woohoo! Finally! I feel good. See you guys tomorrow.